We got an interesting one today. It's more stamina than it is heavy breather. What we're doing is 50 shoulder presses. The prescribed load is 95, 65, but I'm gonna give you some other guidelines to follow. Every time you put the bar or object down, you're gonna perform 10 pistols. So here's the goal on the shoulder press. You wanna use a load that you can do more than 10 or around 10, but no more than 15 on the first set. So there's some beasts out there that are pretty strong in the shoulders, may go a little bit heavier than 95, 65. For most of us, we might go a little bit lighter than that. If we're using a dumbbell or a pair of dumbbells, or a load that is all we have nothing that's heavier, and we can do more than 15 reps, then we can increase the volume. So for example, if let's say you could do 20 to 30 reps, which is double the prescription I just gave you on the first set, that would mean your volume total would double. So we'd go to 100 shoulder presses. So if you have no way to increase the load to hit the goal I gave you, then increase the volume. If you need help with the math, hit up one of us coaches and we can help you out in figuring out the right load and the right volume to get you through the workout. I'm going to go through the pistol, go through the shoulder press, and then we'll get into the warm-up. All right, let's start with the shoulder press. If you have a barbell, that's what we're going to use today. And for that shoulder press, you want your feet to be underneath your hips, your grip to be outside of your shoulders, the bar touching your neck and touching your shoulders every rep. This is the starting point. From here, we're going to squeeze legs, belly, butt. Those 3 points need to be squeezed. From there, head back, press all the way overhead, and come back down to that starting point. Some common faults, watch my spine here as you start to press. This leaning back position, we don't want this. Another one is sticking your butt out position, so that looks like this. Don't want that either. I want you to focus on what's going on down below your shoulders as you're pressing. So you want to brace everything down nice and tight first. Keep that braced as you're pressing all the way overhead. All right. If you're using a pair of dumbbells or a dumbbell and a kettlebell, here's your position. From here, squeeze down, press overhead. You can do this with a single arm. So if you only have one object and you have to do a single arm, we can do this workout with a single arm. What you're going to do is whatever number you get on this arm, you're going to shoot for that same number on this arm, put down the object, and then go into the pistols. So let's say you get 10, 10th one, oh, can't get any more, switch to the other one, shoot for 10. It's likely that one arm is going to be a little weaker than the other, so just count the first arm number as your total number. Pistols, all right, tough movement, I know, but on the pistol, what we're looking for is to try to keep our heel down. So look at this heel, the heel on the ground. We're going to sit back and down, legs straight out, and we're trying to keep heel down on ground as we go through that pistol. If you don't have the pistol, a few options for you. I went through this last time, but if you haven't toyed around with maybe elevating your heel a little bit, makes the pistol just a little bit easier to manage for you. If you're on a slope or outside, you can use that as well, but elevated heel. All right, let me give that one more go. Elevated heel. There we go. If that's not realistic, then you can use something like a chair or a box. And I want you to practice sitting back to the box. So I'm going to sit back and down. And then if I feel like I'm going to collapse, that's fine. Collapse onto the box. From here, reach forward, toe pointed, and stand through heel. So we're going to alternate back and forth on the pistols. Every time you put the object down from the shoulder press, you do 10 pistols. Let's get into the warm-up. We're going to start the warm-up with just some simple arm circles today. We're going arm circles forward, then backwards, 30 seconds of each. On the arm circles, I want your arms extended completely out, and we're gonna try to squeeze belly. So remember, in the shoulder press, it's important to squeeze belly, butt, legs. Keep that squeezed as you're doing your arm circles. Backwards, same thing backwards. What happens, watch right here. Oftentimes, when I come up and over, see that arch of the back? Arch of the back. Try to keep that locked down so you're just moving the shoulders. Creates good habits for the shoulder press. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, 10 scorpions. And on these scorpions, it is okay today for your shoulder to lift off the ground. We wanna stretch out the planted shoulder. So we're gonna go arms straight out, just like this. I'm gonna reach up and over with my toe and tap the ground. So this allows this shoulder to get a little stretch as well. And alternate, up and over, tap. All right, when we're done with the scorpions, we're going through those kick sits. I'm sure you guys remember these. So on the kick sit, in this plank position, we reach under, so under, rotate over, kick up, plank position, under, kick up. All right. After our kick sits, we got 30 seconds of a hollow hold to 30 seconds of a Superman hold. On the hollow hold, legs together, arms up overhead. I do a little crunch to flatten my back, then I lift the legs just a tad. There's my hollow hold position. What I'm looking for there is just my back on the ground, a little bit of butt, but not much. On the Superman, what I want you to do today to really get an arch going is hold your arms in a W position. So hold your arms here and then arch up as much as you can. We're gonna hold there for 30 seconds. After that, we got 10 Samson stretches. So this is where we lunge out, a far lunge. We drop back knee, and then we're trying to sink hips and reach up overhead. Interlock, turn over, reach up, look at my hips. Sink down, let them drop. This really stretches out your hip flexors. So we're gonna alternate, we got 10 of those. When we're done with our Samson stretches, we have 10 Cossack squats. So that's that wide stance. We're gonna shift down to one side, pointing toe up, and then shift to the other side, pointing toe up. We're done with that. We're gonna go 20 meters of a crab walk. You can go in circles if you're at home. So 20 meters, not that far, but that crab walk is a supine bridge position. Look it towards you. We're here, and we're just gonna walk forward. And then we have 20 meters of a duck walk. And on the duck walk, try to stay below parallel. So if you look at my hips, I'm staying down as I'm going through that duck walk. We're done with the duck walk. We're gonna go 5 behind the neck shoulder presses if you have a barbell. If not, then just 5 shoulder presses with the object. But behind the neck shoulder press, full grip on bar. Look at my elbows. I'm gonna push those forward. I'm gonna squeeze belly, butt, legs, and press straight up. This helps to groove your end position. So from behind the neck to straight up, there's straight up, to avoid this position out in front. All right, then the last thing we're gonna do is simply 6 pistols. So alternating pistols or your scale option for the pistol. So it's just alternate through, a total of 6. And there you go. We're good, ready to start the workout. Have fun with this one, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.